today's video, we're gonna talk about polishing wheels, something that probably a lot of you hate. If you're like me, I really don't like polishing wheels, but I'm gonna try to make it as easy for you as possible. As you can see here, this is pretty much what we were working with. Now, he's had these wheels for about 11 years. They used to be mine, and right before he got them, I polished them up really good. The two front wheels have been sitting outside, well, for 10 years at least, and the two back wheels were sitting inside. Now, the back wheels do look a lot better, but they still really need to be polished. As a matter of fact, I've already polished on that one a little bit. Before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the wheel that I have polished. Now, I'd say this isn't perfect by any means. This is not a perfect wheel that I'm about to show you, but at the same time, it looks really freaking good, especially coming from what these wheels came from. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. So as you can see, this is the wheel after I polished it. And that's got a couple imperfections in it, and it's not perfect. I'm about to go take all these wheels to the tire shop and get the tires taken off of them so that we can really polish these wheels up good, because we've got a whole set of tires to go on these wheels. So we've got brand new tires to go up front and brand new tires in the rear. We have 165/80s for the front, like a Volkswagen style tire, if you will. And then we have the Hoosier DR2s in the back. So let's go ahead, get all these taken off, and then I'll show you my approach on how I go about polishing wheels. And we'll also talk about a couple different options if you don't have the equipment. See you then. As you can see, we're back. It's nighttime now. I had some stuff I had to do, but that's all right. It's still gonna work out the same. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about what kind of situation these wheels are in. As you can see, these things are pretty rough, but if I had to guess, most of that is gonna be dirt, but we're about to find out. Memphis, do you wanna hold the camera?
Yes.
All right, hold the camera right there. All we're gonna do is give this thing a quick wash. We just wanna get all the dirt off that we can and see what we're working with here. And this is just regular soap, nothing crazy. As you can see, it looks a lot better, but still pretty nasty, right? All right, so this is what we're gonna do next. This is the Superior Aluminum Brightener. I picked this up from O'Reilly's. They kind of keep it in the back there. But I think it's like $11 a gallon, and all you do is just mix it up. So I mix it at probably about a 30% concentration with water. And this is gonna be the key to making these wheels look good. So check this out, guys. All we're gonna do is spray this on, and you're gonna notice everything's starting to turn white. That's what we want. Yes, this is acidic. That's the whole point of this. What we wanna do is break that top layer of dirt and grime and all that. We wanna get down to the raw aluminum, and this is gonna allow us to do that. So now all we wanna do is just come in and agitate this. We wanna try to get all of this grime off that we can. You'd actually be surprised just how good this stuff works. These wheels are gonna look a lot better just from doing this. And you may think the acid's gonna make them dull, but for whatever reason, this acid doesn't really do that. So you may be happy with the result you get just from doing this. Let's rinse this off, see what we got. See how much cleaner the wheel is? Now, it's a lighter aluminum color. It's not the shiny like the center. Now, the center of these wheels, for whatever reason, they're always a little shinier than the lip. But this is what I'm going to do. Now, this is just me. You guys can go ahead and start polishing from here, or you can do this. Now, what this is 2000 grit foam backed sandpaper. I know they have 3000 at my local O'Reilly. That's what we have like right down the road from us. Think of this as a clay bar. We're gonna go in and clean that top coat of grime and everything else off of these wheels. Nothing crazy. You're not gonna get too aggressive with it, but this will help get any of those stuck on contaminants and things like that out. Now, I'm not gonna focus too much on this because it really doesn't need it. This wheel is actually in decent shape. As you can see, the lip is even more dull than what it was, but that's perfectly fine. What we're gonna do now is let this thing dry up, and we're gonna come in and start polishing. So this is what we'll be using, the White Diamond polish. This stuff is really good. I recommend it. I've been using this stuff for years, and it works really good. Now, it's real thin, so you gotta have to shake it really good. And we're gonna use the good old Powerball here. So it doesn't take much. That's probably a little too much there. Now, we're gonna start with this. And I like to start on the lip and just get after it. So what you're gonna notice is these wheels start to polish up really quick, and then they get to a certain point and they just don't wanna polish anymore. I've got a fix for that, guys. Let's go ahead and get this knocked out first. This will be our first round, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna finish these wheels up with. This is our first round around this wheel, and it was real quick, it was real dirty, so I did that for a reason. I just want to show you guys just how quick these wheels start to come back to life. I don't want to waste one of my microfibers to wipe this off, because I'm just going to go right back and polish it again. If we washed this wheel right now, it would really start to shine, but as you can see, that's a huge difference, right? You can see right here the old color, and then that. This thing is smoothing out really, really nice. Now, you can keep using the Powerball. You can use a rag. You can polish it, but I've got a secret weapon. This is the Milwaukee little high-speed polisher. I absolutely love this thing. I understand not everybody has one. These things are actually really expensive, but there are alternatives out there for about 50 bucks that you can pick up on Amazon. I'll try to throw some up for you guys, and they work really good. These things get work done. So let me go ahead, show you guys how much of a difference it's going to make with this. Just going to put a little bit on there. We're just going to go to town. Well, see how much quicker that was? A lot less work, hassle, everything. All right, let's go ahead, wash this wheel and see what we got. I'm just gonna use a brush to go ahead and get all this nasty stuff off first. Now, I will tell you, you will see some swirls. That's perfectly normal after your first, pass like that. It will get better from there. And what I recommend is turn the speed down and go back around it again. You'll see this thing really start to come to life. I think we're gonna see a big difference. And there you go, guys, check that out. That probably didn't take more than 5-6 minutes to do. Very, very easy to do on top of that. Let's go ahead and clean this wheel up good and see just how close we actually got to perfection. All right, so there it is, guys. You really can't fuss about that. So as you can see, there's not a lot of difference. Now, this one had a third pass on it, and this one just had that quick, 2-pass deal. The reason why I wanted to share this video with you is because you can work your butt off. That Powerball, it's good. I say it's good. They start to get real soft over time, and they just don't work very good. You can wash them out, and you can clean them and do all that type stuff, but you're not gonna get the results like you will with something like this. Now, this is actually a very soft pad that's on here right now. And the only reason that I put the soft pad on it is to keep it from swirling and everything else. If you really want to cut this thing down, they make some more coarse pads that are more firm, like an orange pad you can put on here, really get down in there good. And then from there, you can go back to this softer pad. Guys, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to this. It's just having the right tool for the right job. Now, hey, I'm not saying that you can't get out here and polish these things by hand and them look good. You absolutely can, but I know if you're looking for a shortcut, if you're looking for that hack, if you will, this is it. Start with a Powerball, move to that, or you could just use the other. Either way, it's gonna be just fine. Now, every wheel is shaped a little different, so you're gonna have to mix your tools up. Everything might not work the same, but I promise you can get some amazing results if you just take your time and you use the right tools. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish these wheels up, and I'll show you the finished product on all of them once we get done. All right, guys, so we got the wheels polished up. I do wanna say one thing. I'm not going to take these things any further than they already are. Good enough for what we're going to be doing. And you have to remember, from here on out, these wheels will just get easier and easier to polish. The more you polish on them, the better they'll get. Before I show you the finished product on all the wheels, I want to say this. I'm not a professional polisher. I know there's better ways of doing things. I get that. I'm trying to show you guys, without being an expert, things you can do to make your life easier. If it looks better, then it looks better. I'm fully aware that this isn't a showroom finish. It's not what it's meant to be. It's meant to be quick, easy, and cheap. All right, let's go ahead, check this out. Now, I am gonna repolish this one more time. I am gonna do that, but the rest of them are gonna stay like they are. These actually look really good. I like the look. They don't need to be chrome looking. They just need to have a smooth, slick, shiny finish, and these have that. You don't have to have all this equipment, absolutely not, but it does help. If nothing else, go pick yourself up one of those power balls, and I think you're gonna be all right. I think you're gonna be a lot better off than polishing by hand. Now, I'll tell you guys ahead of time, I've actually polished these particular wheels back about 10, 12 years ago with my bare hands. Now, I'm not gonna suggest you guys do that because I don't know what those chemicals do to your hands and all that, but I took that White Diamonds and I put it in my hand and I polished these wheels out. It took forever, but you know what? It was a awesome, awesome finish. Probably about as good as that, but you know what, that only took me about 5 minutes per wheel to do. So with all that being said, guys, I hope these little things help you. The whole purpose of this video is to help motivate you to get out. I'm not trying to show you some show quality finish that nobody else can do and Brutal knows all the ins and outs, how to get it done like that. No, that's not what this is. This is to show you guys you can take trash and turn it into treasure that quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this video up, and as always, thanks for watching.